there, welcome to the Bubblegum Social Club, the show where we talk about stuff. That's just basically what it is now.
Yeah.
Hi, Ravina. How are you?
Hi. Good.
I am mostly good. 2 trains were delayed, and I fell twice going up the stairs. Yes.
Awesome. Woohoo.
Rock and roll. That's not an appropriate response. Anyway, we watched an episode of Supernatural picked out by Ravina.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's season 5, episode 8.
Yes. Changing channels.
Yeah. And it's another episode with a trickster. Last time we watched one with the trickster also. I probably should have watched that before I did this so I could remember what we talked about. But I just remembered I was going to ask you before we started, but I'm pretty sure you dropped like a big spoiler about the trickster, considering it's been years that Supernatural has been on.
Mm-hmm.
Which is revealed in this episode, so I feel like it's okay for us to talk about it. Obviously, spoilers for Supernatural. So,
yeah.
I've been using totes obs, like, ironically, but not really, and I know it's going to be like a regular thing, so I apologize to everybody who knows me in advance. I'm sorry. Anyway, so we're going to do the new format of just kind of going through the episode and talking about the stuff that we liked. Like the last time, I liked all of it except for the end when it got sad.
Yeah. Watching this episode, because I just started season 9. And so watching this episode, like, way back in season 5, it's like, oh, yeah. I remember when this show was really, really freaking funny. Hilarious.
Yeah.
I kind of miss it being funny, but at the same time, I also love what they're doing with it now. So it's like, it's great that the show has gone on for so long that you can have so many different things to like about it.
Yeah, that's true. I think for me, like, I know how much drama, and I probably said this last time, but I know how much drama there is in it. And while I do like my angst and my drama, and my melancholiness, like I have a whole my bookmarks for my fan fiction. There's like a whole like my heart section where it's like, oh, my heart, but in a good way, which I feel like is why people like Sam. Hilariously, Sam isn't my favorite, but like it's like I know it's laying in wait, and I just want the funny parts. I just want the sarcastic, funny parts and fighting monsters.
That's why this episode is so great. Like, there are not any monsters really in this episode. Like, it's them and the trickster, and they're essentially being like, okay, dude, let's like have it out. You know, we want to talk to you and see if we can stop this whole crazy like heaven and hell fight.
Yeah. So it starts off with a recap, as I'm assuming every single episode of Supernatural does, including the first one. I'm just going to assume. And so I'm watching the recap, and I'm thinking, like, I know I should be paying attention, but I'm just going to let the information, like, enter my brain and not worry about it too much, because it's just a lot. Basically, what I gathered is somebody's mad at somebody, and the world's going to end. And something about vessels.
Yeah. Basically, Sam has been told that he is Lucifer's vessel. Like Castiel, the actor who plays Castiel, Misha Collins, like, that guy is not actually the angel Castiel. Like, that guy is the vessel for the angel Castiel. So they basically are doing the same thing with Sam, being like, okay, well, Sam, you're destined to be the vessel for Lucifer. And Sam is like, no. No. And then Dean is the vessel for the archangel.
Michael, right?
Michael, yeah. And so they're like, they want to like duke it out, inside the brothers, as it is in heaven, so it shall be on earth.
Because that is a sane way to do things, obviously.
Of course. Oh, yeah.
Totally. Oh, my gosh. So that's like, the recap is a story in of itself, of course.
Of course.
This is a soap opera. And And then it segues from like a super angsty recap to like full on sitcom laugh track, like insanity, giant sandwich, and like I love it. He's like putting things in the fridge. You can see like all of the like fake name brands.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this is amazing. What is happening? It was like the last one where like, oh, he just died. A lot. Hold on, what? This is not a normal episode, is it?
It's as if you're watching. It's not even Friends. It's like as if you're watching like Happy Days or something.
It's not even like it's after Happy Days because it's got the like woo, like it's the Married with Children era.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and they look all really happy. So my first thought was they don't know that they're not. I don't know how to say this. They are like brainwashed into thinking that what they're doing right now is normal.
Right.
That's what my first instinct was when I was seeing this. And then they reveal that, what was it, like 2 weeks or a few days earlier?
Yeah, like, 2 days earlier.
Yeah. And that they were investigating. Somebody's head got ripped off. And what happened was that they're interviewing the woman. Because, like, the chief of police or whatever he is like, it was just a bear. And the guy's like, it came into the house and ripped his head off. I don't understand.
Like, followed him up the stairs and, like, tore his head off in the bedroom. Do bears generally do that?
I hope not. I hope that bears don't generally do that. So they're like, well, what did the wife? She was a witness. What did the wife say? And the guy's like, she's in a lot of shock. She's not. And they're like, well, just let us talk to her. The reveal is that what she saw was the Incredible Hulk going after her husband. Her husband, as we find out, who has anger issues. And I love that they go over like all the different Hulks. Like, was it this Hulk? Was it that Hulk? No, it's the Lou Ferrigno Hulk. I was like, this is amazing. I couldn't have asked for a better introduction to this episode.
It's so good. And then you're thinking like, okay, they're gonna get serious, and like, what was with that sitcom thing? Well, okay, I don't know what's going on, but
yeah.
And so they're investigating, and then they're thinking. Sam comes back and he's like, well, I checked out the crime scene and like I found all these candy wrappers. And in previous episodes with the trickster, he's like literally eating candy the whole time, like sucking on a lollipop or like eating like fun-sized Snickers and stuff. And so it's like he wants them to find it. Like he wants
totally
trying to like push them into a specific direction. And so they're like, all right, well, we're going to track down the trickster and we're going to try to talk to him and like get him to help us, basically.
Yes.
Yeah, great idea, you idiots.
I know. They're like, well, he probably wants to be having fun and doing stuff. So, I mean, I'm assuming that they're super desperate at this point, that the fact that like Dean he doesn't even put up that much of a fight. He's just like, you're crazy, but whatever. I don't even, what else are we going to do?
Fine.
No, my favorite part about that scene was that they're because first they say like, we're going to go and kill him because this is like getting ridiculous. Like he's killing people. Yeah. He's crazy. He killed me 1 billion times, says Dean. And obviously Sam went through a lot of emotional trauma in that episode, as in every episode. Previous to the starting of this broadcast, me and Ravina were having a discussion about Sam and sadness, but we'll table that for another time.
Yeah.
So they're talking about like all of this stuff, and of course I totally forgot what I was going to say because I went on a tangent. Oh damn it! Sorry everybody. It's been a long day. I had like train delays and all this stuff. My internet wasn't working last week. I'm going to blame everything else except for my brain, obviously. God, what was it? I hate silence. Yeah, just them talking about like the trickster that they're gonna go kill him, and he's like, "You don't want to kill him?" Oh, that's what it was. The fact that they think that they can just kill him.
Yeah.
Like he's impossible and he's super strong and it's gonna be really hard. Well, why don't we talk to him? Like, you want to talk to him? Like, yeah. I mean, maybe he can help us. It's like, well, like, what if that doesn't work? Well, then we'll kill him. As if, like, that's a given that they'll be able to kill him. Like, as if it's just no problem whatsoever to just go ahead and kill him. Of course we can kill him.
They always just assume that they can kill everybody. Like, which they probably can. Okay, they do. They can and they do. But, like, there's later episodes where they're dealing with gods and they're like, we'll just kill him. And I'm like, wait, it's a god. Like, are you sure?
Like, I understand that, like,
if you're gonna have nobody left to kill, there's gonna be no one. You will have killed all of the gods, all of the demons. You will have killed everyone.
Yeah. And I mean, I assume that it gets tedious to have them be, like, cautious every single episode, but, like, it gets also tedious to have them be like, well, we'll just kill them every single episode. Like, you know, go back and forth. You know, confidence, build the confidence, and then break the confidence, and then build the confidence. I mean, like, it's been on for forever and ever in internet years, so you can do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they hear over the police scannery thing that something big is going down, and obviously it's a trap. And they go to a warehouse or a mill or something. It's an empty building. They go inside, and they're in the doctor melodrama.
Dr. Sexy MD.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was the best part of this episode. So they open the door from, like, you know, whatever random Pacific Northwest Canadian location and enter this setting of a hospital where they're dressed like doctors. This woman comes and slaps Sam, and I thought that was hilarious. And I've seen GIFs. Like, the thing about being on Tumblr is that you see GIFs from things and you think, is this really from Supernatural? Did somebody, like, paint it? Is this from something else? And then they're saying it's from, like, it's hard to believe. Like, obviously it is, but at the same time, there's a little voice in the back of your head, like, really? Like, this is from Supernatural? But I remember now seeing that scene where Dr. Sexy, the show shows up, and Dean is just flustered. He's, like, blushing and, like, can't.
My favorite thing, because earlier when they're getting ready to, like, they have their FBI suits on and they're getting ready to, like, go out and solve the Hulk murder, Dean is, like, watching the Dr. Sexy show on their hotel TV, and Sam was like, you know, why are you watching this shit? He's like, it's called channel surfing. I'm not not invested. I don't watch this. But it turns out he watches it all the time, and he loves it because they get there, and he's like, oh my God, we're on Dr. Sexy.
And he just, like, is just blushing. And it's amazing. And I was like, because I was going to bring this up, and I meant to warn you before we started, but, you know, there's the whole issue of queer baiting on Supernatural, and maybe we talked about this last time. It's been a while. Apologies. Since we did that. And I know that this show is sort of notorious for it, even though they acknowledge it, but they don't, is what I get from this, along with being notorious for killing off, like, every single female character.
Yeah.
Anyway. So when I saw this, I was like, God, I really wish that this was, like, a full-on thing in the show, because, like a bi Dean would be amazing. Like, it would be amazing. But
yeah, it's so funny because they do sometimes, like, there's some episode I just watched recently where Dean totally thinks he's being hit on by this guy in a bar, and he's not, like, horrified. He's kind of like, oh, no, but no, but, you know, so it's like that happens sometimes in this show, and it's always like, what? Like, I love it because he clearly adores this Dr. Sexy TV show, and now here they are in it, and, like, they have to play their parts and be doctors.
Yeah, that's amazing. Because so what happens is they realize that Dr. Sexy is the trickster because he's not wearing the right shoes, which is my favorite.
Wearing cowboy boots.
Yeah, my favorite. Like, that's amazing. And they're like, no, we're out of here. Like, you can't keep us here. And they try to leave, and there's like a man whose wife needs a face transplant. And he's like, no. And they leave, and the guy shoots Dean.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, this is real. This is a real thing. Like, you know, the kind of like, if you die in the game, you die in real life kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know why I use that voice. But then Sam's like, we need a doctor. Well, Sam is the doctor. So
Yeah.
he's supposed to operate, and then he's like, poor Dean is like in the operation room. And he's like, do something. And Sam's like, I need like twine and whiskey.
Yeah.
MacGyver.
It's like they stitch each other up all the time, you know, in their normal life. Like, they never ever go to hospitals unless they are actively dying. Which still, I will not even get into how much it confuses me, and like their whole credit card situation. I'm not even going to get into that right now because it's too much.
Yeah, but no, every time they show up as FBI agents, I kind of get upset because I'm like, I don't understand how that works. It doesn't make sense to me. It does not do it so much. How do they not get caught? Like, unless they secretly really are FBI. Like, sorry, it makes me mad.
It's funny because in the pilot, I just rewatched the pilot, and they are like, they're not even wearing good suits. They're wearing like crappy suits, and they show up and they're all, oh, FBI. And the guy is like, no.
That's my point exactly. Because after a time, like, they genuinely look like FBI agents, and they genuinely act like the way TV FBI agents act, or like TV investigative characters.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, no, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, if you're going to do that, why not make them FBI agents who, like, I don't know.
I mean, it's like something you just have to accept as part and parcel of the show, I think. Like, you just have to accept the fact that somehow they keep getting, like, credit cards or, like, pool hustling and, like, getting money somehow to stay in hotels and eat. Like, what do they even eat? Who knows?
Yeah, and then they always have a computer with them, and I'm like,
yeah.
Like, what Wi-Fi are you using at that crappy hotel? Like, how old is that computer to begin with? Like, do you ever buy a new one? How are you doing any research on, like, that old computer that looks like it's a portal to, like, the 90s internet? I don't understand.
Well,
like, I don't want it to be high tech. I just want it to make sense. A little bit.
Sometimes they'll be like at some point, you know, Dean goes, oh, look, like, I got a new phone, and he has, like, icons or something, and, like, I downloaded this app, and Sam's like, what? Just so, like, occasionally they grow with the times, but
that sounds so forced. That sounds like so shoehorned.
Yeah, it was funny. It was funny.
Oh, I'm sure it was funny because the guy Jensen Ackles, he's so good. He's so good. I would like to, if I haven't said this before, if I have, I like to reiterate that I think that he would have made a really good Hawkeye. And if they decide to do a Hawkeye TV show, please let Supernatural end so that he can do that.
No, you can't let Supernatural end.
I'm cool with Supernatural ending. I have 2 other friends who are going to murder me in my sleep for this. Please don't. I love you all. Obviously, I have no control over this. So I'm sorry, but Hawkeye. I don't think you understand how much I like the Matt Fraction Hawkeye comic book series.
Yeah, Supernatural's more important to me than Hawkeye. Sorry.
No, that's because you haven't read it.
Anyway.
Anyway, where were we? Okay, so I wrote the go ahead.
They managed to get out of Dr. Sexy. Sam, completes his surgery, and Dean is fine, and then he's like staring at the floor, and then suddenly it's not the floor anymore, it's like a game show thing, and here they are in this Japanese game show called Nutcracker.
Yes!
And they're like standing in these like locked booths, and they on a podiums, like two separate podiums, and the show host is speaking to them in Japanese, and we, like the audience, know what he's saying because there are subtitles at the bottom, and the brothers are like, we don't speak Japanese, what are you saying, you're asking me a question, like there's a countdown timer, when I got like, I don't know. And it turns out there's like these big arms that swing up and smack you in the balls if you don't answer the question or if you get it wrong.
Yeah, if you get it wrong, because the thing is that like the questions that they are asking are so, like, I'm not, the one that they asked Sam, I don't really know what they're referring to, but I can tell that it's like yeah, who did you betray your brother for, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then they asked Dean, what is it that, like, something about like, would your mom not have died if your brother wasn't born, or something like this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And to make it worse, because so Sam is like, wait, I was able to perform surgery because I just kind of went for it and just did it. Maybe because Sam gets his nuts cracked.
Yep. Yep.
The editing in that scene is my favorite. That was amazing. So Dean, so Sam tells Dean, like, oh my gosh, like, just try and understand and respond. And the thing is, like, Dean responds in Japanese and says that yes, he says yes to that question, which I was like, oh my God. But he doesn't seem to know that he's doing it. He seems to be completely unaware of what he's saying.
Yeah.
Like, and that was, I love that. That was really, that got me. That made me, yeah, emotions happen.
Because it's like they're dealing with the, the crux of the problem. Like this thing between the brothers is it's like there's betrayal and there's mistrust, and they're really like turning the screws on that. But the brothers don't even really, they don't realize it because they technically don't speak Japanese. And even though Dean is responding in Japanese, it's because he's like playing along with the game and just, telling himself, I can speak it. And so he speaks it, but he has no idea what is being said.
Yeah, I thought that was really neat trick. I like that. That was good. Also, I was like, his pronunciation actually doesn't sound bad. That's really surprising.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
I think Cass shows up and it's like, oh, I've been looking for you guys. You've been missing for all this time. Like, let me get you out of here. But the trickster like zaps him away.
Yeah.
Before he can release them. And then they're like basically just being forced to keep playing in this TV land world. And unfortunately, next they are thrown into a commercial for Herpexia.
And like, to be clear, we're making fun of the way that Sam has to go along with it. Because the actors in the commercial are totally chill. Whatever. This is a reality of life that you have to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
But the way Sam is like, because they figured out that the only way to survive in this world is to go along with what's happening. Otherwise, they're going to get hurt. So Dean's like, no, say it. Just say it. So he has to like.
I have genital herpes.
The thing about it is that, like, this medicine will mostly take care of it. It's not even like,
you may become suicidal, but
I know the way that they like. That's Dean. Dean is the one reciting the side effects as it like pans down a woman's body and like
to her crotch.
I know. It was like, this is the woman. Like, the actress looked really familiar too. I think she's like a comedian, maybe.
Yeah,
but I was just like, this is the best. And also, like, to like what I was talking about before, like, this is real. This GIF is real. Like, this is from a real episode.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it. Like, I knew that it probably was. Like, I didn't necessarily doubt that it was, but I just couldn't believe that, like, How?
Like how and why?
How did they do that? Because everything I know about Supernatural is just like angst, monsters, angst. And so I was like, what? Where did that even come from? So yeah, I was like, okay, well, context. Now I know.
Yeah. But then they are thrown into, they sort of try to fight it, and he throws them into a crime drama.
No, wait. First they go back to the sitcom.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I have in my notes. They're being very cheerful and like normal, and it's so bad. It's so bad. And then they're kind of like saying to each other with like gritted teeth, like, how long do we have to keep doing this? Like, what do we have to do to? Oh my gosh. And that's when Cass shows up, like being like, oh, and he's all beat up, and he's like, oh, you guys, something's wrong, because there's no way a trickster would be able to do all of this. There's too much power behind whatever is happening.
Mm-hmm. And he seems like really mad about it, and like personally upset. Cass seems about this, and he gets like sort of TV zapped out again. And is that when they pop into the crime scene?
Well, it's the thing is that the trickster shows up, and Dean, no, because we have something else before that. The trickster shows. I just finished watching this episode, like while I was having. Which is why I remember everything. The trickster shows up, and they fight, and he says he wants the brothers to do. Hold on, sorry.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he shows up and says it's something that's much stronger than it should be. And then the trickster shows up and tells them, I don't want to help you stop the end of the world. I want you to do what Lucifer and Michael say.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to be their vessels. I'm not going to help you. So either you go out and play your roles in the real world, or you're going to be stuck here forever. Like, play the roles destiny has chosen for you. And I was like, that's dumb, because that's how I feel about those things. But
we have a whole like subplot about fate in this season. So
I know I didn't mean like that's dumb in story terms. I just meant in terms of like life in general.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's the procedural drama,
which I think might be my favorite, because they are in fact wearing sunglasses at night. And they're like, wearing sunglasses at night. Like only like douchebags wear sunglasses at night.
I know, they totally burn CSI Miami. They totally are just like, just throwing shade at CSI Miami. It's amazing.
Oh my God. They're like, well, I guess we just have to play along. And so far the trickster has been in every one of our like TV, worlds, so he's probably in this one. And so they're, like, all right, well, let's examine the body, and, like taking off their sunglasses, like, so.
Yeah, and the guy who's like the coroner, who's looking at the body, has a lollipop. So they're like, oh, do you think that's him? Because he's eating sweet tooth. They call him sweet tooth. Yeah, and then that's when they go take their sunglasses, and they do like 10 puns or whatever they are about like bodies and so many. We're like, about how he got shot in the guts, and how he got like a roll of quarters jammed down his throat, and that poor corpse.
Yeah.
It was so bad. I was like, I feel like this is over the top, but this is a lot like those shows.
Yeah. And that's the thing, is that they parody every TV genre in this so well. Like the humor is spot on. Like it could be a Saturday Night Live, skit. Like the writing is just that funny, I think, for these.
Yeah, and then so the guy is like cracking up, and then Dean has picked up a stick to kind of poke at the corpse, because that's what you do.
Yeah, very professional.
Very professional. I was like, that doesn't seem like it's going to have any negative effects on the body. But so then, and I, for whatever reason, I didn't realize that when they said, look at Sweet Tooth over there, do you think that's him? I thought they meant like he was the killer in the drama. I totally didn't get they meant he's the trickster.
Right.
I follow along with things well. And they stab him. And I was like, why are they stabbing him? And then I realized because they think he's the trickster. because earlier they had stakes ready to like stab him with, and earlier when we started the show, I was like recapping in my brain, and I was like, oh, why do they do that like animated close up of how like the stake goes to the body and into the heart? Like that was weird. And then I was like, oh, because it's supposed to be CSI. Yeah. Why they do that?
Yep.
It's so dramatic, and it's so, out of all the things in this episode, it's the most unlike anything you've seen before, that I was just like, why? Oh, okay. And then the trickster is like, wrong person, guys. He's like cracking up, and he's like, are you sure? And then like Dean comes up behind him, or Sam comes up behind him and just gets him. And then they're like in an empty place. Oh, they're in the
warehouse again.
Yeah, and are they in the warehouse?
Yeah.
And they leave. All I know is that they wake up in the hotel. And Sam
yeah. So they're like, okay, well, we stabbed the trickster. Like we won basically, and it doesn't. I mean, they don't actually say that, but they leave, and then they go back to the hotel, and then Dean is in the bathroom brushing his teeth or something. I don't even know. And he's talking to Sam, and then Sam doesn't respond. And he's like, Sam, where are you? And then he goes outside looking for him, and he gets in the car, and then Sam is the car.
Yeah, it's Knight Rider. He's
yeah. And so they have all these great scenes where they're driving down the country roads, and the cars like coming at the camera, and they have the music, and like the lights are going on across the grill, and
it's amazing because it is the most specific out of all of the references, and it makes it kind of the best because it's been all this build up, and you think that it's over, and then they're just like the silliest. They make it the silliest. Although the doctor one was sort of specific, but not totally. But yeah, like that was and then when Dean's like doing something in the back and
in the trunk
of the car, and Sam's like, that's kind of uncomfortable. He's like, oh god, and he slams the trunk down. He's like, ow. I'm like, this is so disturbing.
That was my favorite part. So funny.
Oh man, yeah.
Right. So Sam is the car, and they parked in this beautiful leafy area of wherever it is they're filming in Vancouver. I'm sure. Uncle, we give up. We'll do it. We'll say yes, and we'll say yes to Lucifer and Michael. And so then the trickster shows up and it's like, you will? Really? And Dean makes him get Sam back. Hands and feet.
He's like opposable.
Yeah. And so they are like, oh yeah, we're totally gonna say yes, but then they have drawn a ring of holy oil. How do they know where the angel is gonna land? It doesn't make any sense.
No, it
but
doesn't.
Regardless, he landed in the right place. They light the holy oil, and he is now trapped. Because he's not the trickster, he is actually the Archangel Gabriel.
Yes. I'm testing my delay.
Oh, yeah.
So
it's okay.
I'm gonna talk real slow. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, he's very upset. Over.
Yeah, I mean, he just he wanted them to say yes. Basically, his whole speech sort of sounded like this kind of thing has been happening for millions of years. One brother fights another, and then everything recedes, and then it happens again. And, I'm sick and tired of my family fighting, and I just want the fighting to be over. But they essentially are just like, no, we're not going to do what you say. We're going to make our own choices. And you need to basically suck it up and talk to your family.
Yeah. I'm scared to talk because
Oh, no, it's fine. It's not that bad.
Okay, good. I was like, what is yeah. But yeah, the whole analogy to the big brother and the little brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that gonna end with them. So I was really sad. I didn't like that.
Yeah. I mean, essentially they're saying, like, Gabriel is saying, well, one brother has to kill the other, and this is how it ends, and you have to do it. And they're saying, like, no, we're not. There has to be another way.
Yeah. Which is obvious reaction.
Yeah. I don't want to kill my brother. I mean, I might hate the bastard, but I don't want to kill him.
Well, also because that they're fighting. He's not seeing them fight all the time. He wants them to kill each other. Which seems dumb. Well, I mean, not dumb. It doesn't seem like a good reason. Something like that.
Yeah. I don't know. The world of angels is very complicated, I guess.
I didn't realize.
You didn't realize what?
Sorry, I didn't realize they were all brothers.
Oh, yeah. I mean, all of the angels are essentially brothers. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know my Bible. I don't know about, like, this kind of thing. But at least in the world of supernatural, all of the angels were brothers in heaven. And, like, even Lucifer is their brother, but he was kicked out, or no, he chose to leave. I don't remember. There was a fight, but he's still technically their brother. So it's like one big crabby family.
Oh man. I hate this delay. Things I want to say. I can't.
Oh no.
It's really weird. But I tried to, like, mute my microphone, but it's not doing anything. This happened before. I don't know. Anyway, I really like this episode, except for the end.
Yeah. I like the end too, because I'm more invested in the big picture. Like, ultimately, surprise. But I love this episode because it's so weird and it's so funny, and they're making fun of, like, all of the things that you watch daytime TV and you make fun of, they are making fun of.
Yeah.
And it's done so well. And I think that they easily could have done a terrible job and it would have not been funny, but they really just, like, they hit it just right.
They got the desperation of evil.
Yeah.
I like different episodes. I hate this delay so much. It's like a listening to the thing that earphones are talking, and they have to keep doing it, going. I am in a episode.
Oh no! Damn you, trickster!
Oh man, but yeah, I sorry, I keep like or twice. But Supernatural was very like this. probably be more.
Yeah, I mean I think that's why I like the show as a whole with so many seasons, because it varies so much, like from season to season, that you do get all the different things, but you don't, like, you still get comedy, but it's very different. Like now, I just finished season 8, and season 8 is like heavy, really, really heavy. Some dark stuff is happening. And I wouldn't say that it's ever really funny. Like there will be times where you're like, oh boy. But it's, with changing channels, I was just like giggling the whole time. So it's nice to have those options where you can go back and be like, you know what? This episode is hilarious, or like, this season is super funny. I'm going to watch it and just like crack up the whole time. And then when you want something darker, you can go and watch like season 8 and just cry.
Yeah, I don't know. I wish that. I don't know. I mean, but I just don't getting us into it, as into the fandom. Yeah.
Well, you don't have to. I'll do it for you.
Yes. No, I have many friends who do it for me. I mean, I'm not trying to be snobby. No. How much agency? Like, I'm not. I think part of it is that I was scared of Supernatural when it started. And it's too late now. The energy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need to watch Daredevil.
Hey, it can be a creepy show, and I can't watch it like right before bed anymore. Not that it's scary, but there's just so much happening, and like, even if it's not scary, every episode gives you like a shot of adrenaline. And so I have to watch it, in the middle of the day, and then not watch it right before I go to bed, because it can be really intense.
Yeah.
But I mean, not all of them. Like obviously Mystery Spot and Changing Channels don't really have that. Like they don't scare you. They don't give you that rush of adrenaline. There's not like monsters really jumping out at you as much, or like super heavy issues.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely a and I do like. All right, that's about I can take.
Okay.
I apologize. Video sounds terrible. I have no idea how this is going to.
I don't know.
Actual YouTube video. If you're gonna hear, I'm so sorry.
Well, we did what we could.
Yeah. I think that this was good. Thank you for the introduction of your side of Supernatural.
Yeah, of course. Anytime.
So we'll be back hopefully without the delay. And we'll talk to you later.
All right.
Thanks for listening.
Goodbye.